Hey guys, so a long time no see. I wanted to get on here real quick and finish editing a little vlog that I had made and then explain why we haven't been vlogging. As some of you may know already, I was pregnant and we have a baby now. She just gave the baby the pacifier, so she gets excited every time she says she did it. This is gonna be a little quick story time because a lot of things happened within these 2 weeks. At first, I talk about how I had my first doctor's appointment, and it was such a late doctor's appointment because we had trouble with our insurance. So then we got squished into this doctor's schedule. Thanks to our aunt, she was able to talk to this doctor and tell him about our situation. So he saw me at 37 weeks, and I hadn't seen a doctor for like 3 months. So it was urgent. Everything was done urgently. Labs were like, go do them now, because I didn't have any of my records. I had poor prenatal care at the place I was at before. So the first appointment I had was on a Thursday. Hey guys, so today I finally had a doctor's appointment, and it was long because they squished me into the doctor's schedule. So we were there pretty much for 3 hours. The clinic is probably like 15-19 minutes away from our house, and then where we're gonna deliver is like 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away too, depending on traffic. Yeah, we're just waiting for baby boy, and it turns out that he's measuring 7 pounds 11 ounces, so I have to watch what I eat. He's a little big, and I haven't gained that much weight, but apparently he's pretty big. Hopefully he doesn't weigh too much, because Jade was 7 pounds 10 ounces and I'm 37 weeks 4 days, and he's already 7 pounds 11 ounces. So I was gonna do some lab work, but because I ate a cookie, I couldn't do it. So I'm gonna go back tomorrow for lab work, and then on Monday I'll see the doctor again, and I think he will check how dilated I am. I have been feeling pretty tired lately, a lot of pressure down there. He's been moving like crazy, and I'll put a video of how he was moving a couple nights ago. It was pretty creepy. And he's been doing that every night. He's just like flipping and flipping and flipping. He's head down, but apparently he still has some room in there to keep moving. I think he'll be a September baby, even though my due date is October 9th. So we'll see. So I did my lab work on Friday, and then I went back on Monday, and I went with Justin, and he told me that baby was measuring like at 9 pounds, so he wanted to see me again, but the ultrasound was probably going to be too late. So then he said that to go to the hospital, get monitored, and then get like in-depth ultrasound to see how big baby was measuring. So that same day we go to the hospital, and I think I do have clips of that while we were there, and that's when things went pretty crazy. So we get there, and they put me on the monitor. They already had everything set up, and it was like I was already in labor or something, because like everything was set up. Like they had like little baby stuff, and I was in a hospital gown, and yeah, we were there for a while. So Jade was pretty grouchy. She was tired. She was hungry. We were hungry. Hadn't ate all day, and thankfully they were like super nice, so they gave me lunch. But then again, Justin and Jade hadn't ate yet, so I told Justin, you know, if he wanted he could go home, but at the same time I didn't want to be by myself. I was being monitored, and then they were checking the baby's heartbeat, and what I thought were Braxton Hicks were apparently real contractions. They were showing up on the monitor as like pretty strong contractions. So I don't know if I just had a pretty good pain tolerance, or I don't know. It just wasn't the same as with Jade. So I think that's why I didn't really notice them. They did lab work there too, and they were just waiting on the doctor to see what he wanted to do. They called him, but he didn't pick up, so we had to wait a little bit longer. And then they wanted to check if I had gestational diabetes, so maybe that's why the baby was measuring so big. And when they did the ultrasound there, he was measuring like 9 pounds 11 ounces. So yeah, we were just waiting to see what the doctor wanted to do next. So then finally he calls back, and the nurse comes in, And she says, okay, he wants to induce you. So I'm like, okay, well, now we know what day I'll get induced. So I ask her what day, and she says today. So then me and Justin look at each other like, holy crap, we're having a baby today. I was about to call my sister. We were like, okay, so who's gonna watch Jade? My sister works today, but she says no matter what, call her. She'll call off work or whatever. And we didn't have our hospital bags with us. They were at home. They weren't fully packed yet. And I had to use the restroom, and then the nurse said that she'll be back to give me more information or whatever. So then I go in the bathroom, and then I get out, and she comes back, and she says the doctor called back. So then we look at her, and she says that he wanted to wait 1 more week. So she said, you guys still have time, go home, relax, and you know, you're having contractions, so baby can come by himself either way. Or, so then we get our papers, and then she says, your induction date is set for October 3rd on a Tuesday. So now we have a date, and I was kind of bummed because I really didn't want to get induced. I just wanted to have a natural labor and, you know, just let my body do what my body's meant to do. But if it was necessary, I was okay with it. Apparently, they were saying that if he was too big, I might have problems. So that's why I could have had a C-section and then induction, and I don't know, there was a bunch of things that we talked about. So we're like, okay, we're gonna go back home. So we come back home, and this whole week we're just waiting to see if baby will come by himself. He was still moving a lot. And what we were really trying to do, our goal for this week, was to spend as much time with Jade, because this was going to be the last time she was going to be an only child. We wouldn't be sharing our attention between her and a newborn. Our attention would be like completely on her. So I was enjoying Jade. I was in pain. I was starting to get like stronger contractions, but which I called Braxton Hicks. I wasn't going out much that week, but then my phone's charger broke. So then I had to go to Best Buy and get a new one. So I said, okay, I'll get out of the house. And this was like on a Saturday. I go to Best Buy with Jade, and then I asked her if she wanted to eat. So then she said, yeah, and we went to a pizza place because she wanted pizza. And I thought it was like order your pizza and like leave. But it was a sit down place. And that was the last time I went out, I think. I'm pretty sure. On Sunday? No. On Saturday, TMI, but I lost my mucus plug, and with Jade I lost it, and then the next day I went into labor. So I was like, okay, you know, labor's starting. And I told Justin, and then he had to stay home because I started having stronger contractions, but they were on and off. So I was like, okay, this is not the real thing. And then the next day, on Monday, so then I lost it Sunday, I don't know, I have my days a little confused. But then Monday I had my appointment with my doctor, and I had an ultrasound before that at 8 a.m. And I told Justin I didn't want to be far from the house in case we had to go to the hospital, because the hospital is like 15 minutes away from the house. So I don't know, I just felt safer to be close. And I don't know, something just told me the baby was gonna come like really fast. So I just wanted to be by the house. Unfortunately, this appointment was like 30 minutes away from the house, and like the opposite direction from where the hospital was. So we ended up going, and I was having contractions the whole way for like, since we were home for like an hour, and they were ranging from like 4 minutes to 2 minutes to 5 minutes. So I was like, okay, maybe this is the real thing. But the contractions weren't painful, they were just uncomfortable, and you know, just breathing through them. We get to the appointment, and I just kept feeling like I had to go number 2, and that's how I felt with Jade. So I was comparing a lot with Jade. You know, I had experience before giving birth, but it was the same, but not really. So then I went there, and the whole time we were there, I went to the bathroom like 3 times. And then before I had the ultrasound, I had to go to the restroom when I went, and when I wiped, it was like a lot of my mucus plug. So I was like, okay, you know, this is the real deal now. Like, I think I lost all of it, or I'm gonna be losing it the rest of the day, and these contractions are getting stronger. So then we went in, and she was doing the ultrasound. She was like, yeah, your baby's measuring like, what did she say, 9 pounds, 12. Baby was still measuring big. So then I had to go to my second appointment, which was with my doctor. On our way back home, I didn't have any contractions. So I was like, okay, is this false labor again, or what am I thinking? I don't know. We're just at home hanging out for a while. We had like 2 hours to spare. We already had our bags and everything, and I was even thinking about putting him in the car, but I don't know, we just didn't. We went to our appointment, and when I got there, I started getting really, really bad contractions. And I was like, okay, now they're getting painful. These are contractions, these aren't Braxton Hicks. And we were waiting, and then every time they were like like when the nurse was seeing me, I was having a contraction. When the doctor came in, I started having a contraction. And he was like, are you having a contraction right now? I was like, yeah, I've been having them all day and yesterday, but they weren't as strong, but today they're pretty strong. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to get the nurse in here and I'm going to check how dilated you are. So I was like, okay, cool. So he comes in with the nurse and he checks me, and this thing was painful. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, I have tears running down my cheeks. I'm like, okay, this is really painful, plus contractions. Just get it over with. And I was like, I'm probably going to be like a centimeter dilated. So he's all, okay, you need to go straight to the hospital. You're 5 centimeters dilated. I was like, what? So, well, he said 4 to 5, but mostly 5, closer to 5. And Justin was like, okay, so we're having a baby today. And then he's like, yeah, it looks like you're having a baby today. So, yeah, we just gives us our papers, and he's like, the hospital will be expecting you. So we were driving. I was still having contractions, and we're not going away this time. And I told Justin, you know what? I think we still have time to go home, get our bags, get Jade some snacks. We come back home. I put all the bags on the couch. I'm like picking up the house. I'm like, the house looks dirty. And then I'm telling Jade to pick up her toys, and Justin's making her like a PB&J and getting her snacks in case we're at the hospital for too long. And she could stay there until 8:30, and this was around 1, no, like 12, because we got to the hospital at 1. So yeah, we get everything. Justin puts everything in the car. We head over to the hospital. And I told Justin to get the camera, but of course he didn't. There was just a lot of things going on, I understand, so we didn't get the cameras, but but I tried to record with my phone at least some clips. Hospital, it's October 2nd. Looks like we're having a baby. They're gonna put your baby over there. How are you feeling? Excited?
I'm all the way up.
I wanted to record my labor, but Justin was too focused on just being there, pretty much. So I can't be mad about that. We didn't really record when we were at the hospital, which sucks. But I think what mattered more was that Justin was being there for me. Like during contractions, they were really, really bad. And I held out for like 8 centimeters. I just needed 2 more centimeters, but it was just too painful. I got the epidural. I caved in. Couldn't hold out. I got the epidural. It is so much better. Look at that. I was dilating really, really fast. We got there at 1, and then like every hour I was dilating. And then out of nowhere, I just went from 8 to a 10. I can't remember. Yeah, everything was happening really fast, and I was just happy I got the epidural. I didn't care that I was like 2 centimeters left, because at the end I enjoyed labor. Like, I literally enjoyed labor. I couldn't feel anything. When I was pushing, I pushed him out like in 7 pushes, and I didn't feel it. And then it went away pretty quick, so I was able to walk around and go to the bathroom and everything, and I was fine. If you hear that little breathing noise, that's the baby. So yeah, labor was really easy at the end and everything. Contractions were horrible, but once I got to pushing and everything, it was good. And yeah, we had a baby, and we got discharged like the day after. It was really fast. It was weird because Jade had jaundice, so we were at the hospital for like 4 days or 5 days, and this time we were only at the hospital for like a day and a half. Jaden was born on October 2nd on a Monday at 6:03 p.m. He weighed 8 pounds, 12 ounces, and we just went to his doctor's appointment yesterday, and he weighed 9 pounds and 2 ounces, I believe. He gained like a whole pound, because his appointment before that, he lost weight. He went to 8 pounds and like 2 ounces. And so far, everything's really good, if you guys were wondering. Justin stayed for 2 weeks. Today's his first day going back to work, and it sucks. But the good thing is that Jaden is not a crybaby. He sleeps a lot. He eats, he poops, but mostly sleeps. And Jade is really gentle with him. She's obsessed with him. She always wants to be holding him, but he's always sleeping, so I try not to. Like when he's awake, she can hold him, and she's super gentle with him. She was constantly helping. She grabs diapers. She loves grabbing his diapers. She loves throwing away his diapers in the diaper genie, and like she loves grabbing the wipes and giving him his pacifier. And I'm pumping. I'm breastfeeding, but I pump so Justin can feed him. Jade can feed him too. And I can get stuff done around the house to like cook and stuff. So we're taking it easy. We've been at home these 2 weeks. It's been amazing, and I'm really happy Justin was able to help us for 2 weeks, but now he's gone. I'm gonna show you guys our baby now. So this is Jaden. He will be 2 weeks tomorrow, Monday. He loves his little monkey pacifier. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys will stick around and see our journey with our new baby and having 2 under 2. Jade is 21 months as of now, and Jaden will be 2 weeks tomorrow. So we still have 3 months of having 2 babies under 2 years old. And so far, so good. If you guys want to stick around, see how our babies grow up and how we move on with life and buy a house and grow old together and stuff like that. And yeah, we'll be trying to vlog a lot more. I just didn't really vlog these last 2 weeks either because we were just at home, so that was pretty boring. But when baby gets a little older, he gets his shots and we can go out, then I will start vlogging a lot more. I just wanted to update you guys on what was going on right now. So thank you so much for watching. If you're not already, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and until next time, bye.
Goddamn, I know you love to make an entrance. Do you like getting paid or getting paid attention?